around them began to shake. "We could shake her apart like this." "Then shake her apart." "Yes, sir." Corvan's eyes lifted to the tactical display that was showing the details of the portal they were turning to face, noting the power increase was still going up. "It has to be a carrier coming through. Damn it." "Generators charged." The corporal's call came just as the first hard signal returns came back, showing the bow of the big ship beginning to transit the portal. "Initiate transit charge," Corvan ordered. Corporal Gavin swallowed, but hit the command. "Transit charge initiated." The small generators of the Eagle were in no way capable of generating even an L1 portal, but they were more than enough to destabilize one. The energy from the Eagle's generators lanced out into the quanta field of the portal, throwing order into the chaos and pitching the entire balance into disarray. The numbers on the tactical station spiked, and Corvan leaned forward as his hands twisted into fists. Then the energy levels began to plummet. "What's going on?" he demanded. "They're trying to stabilize the portal in mid-transit." Gavin sounded shocked, and Corvan didn't blame him. Transit portals were not things you messed with in mid-transit, though he supposed that if he were about to have his quanta converted into energy and scattered across the universes, then he too would try just about anything. "Can they do that?" Corvan asked, uncertain. "You're asking me like I would know," Gavin countered. "The captain might have known, or the chief." "They're dead, Corporal." "That I know." The numbers on the repeater showed the emergence of the big ship was continuing as the power levels returned to the normal variance expected of a portal. Gavin glowered at the screens. "Fire everything we have left and put more power to the generators. We have to stop that thing." The guns of the Eagle roared, adding to the violent shaking that was rattling them about the command deck like loose peas in a pod. They had long since expended their missiles, and the remaining magazines took only seconds to empty. But while it lasted, the heavy metal slugs tore into the bow of the advancing carrier, as it was now half clear of the portal. "The generators are going to blow." "I told you before I don't care," Corvan snarled at the corporal's warning. "Let them blow." When Gavin hesitated, Corvan stepped away from the command station and reached past the corporal, sending the command himself. As the whine and shaking built, he looked at the other man. "We're dead already, Corporal," he said simply. "We just transited an enemy portal 2 steps ahead of their flagship. If they don't kill us, the deep certainly will. Let's take some company with us when we go." Gavin nodded hesitantly, not that he had much choice at that point, as the command was already being executed. Alarms could be heard, penetrating from the rest of the ship, though they'd been cut off on the command level. It was possible someone would survive, if they were in a survival tube. Of course, there was no way home, and the deep black would soon end any survivors, just as finally as what was coming. Perhaps ending now and here was the best way to go. "I think," he said after a second as the whine built, "the captain would have approved." Corvan laughed bitterly. "He'd either shoot us for criminal stupidity or ask us what took so long." As the whining built and the Eagle continued to shake more and more violently, Gavin stared at the lieutenant in something akin to shock for a brief moment before he let out a sound that was suspiciously like strangled laughter. Corvan looked at him, unbelieving for a moment, as the enlisted man struggled and failed to keep from breaking down in laughter. Then, as the generators spiked and the portal blew to hell beyond them, he started to laugh as well. The shockwave blew open the command deck of the vacuum Eagle, but right up until the air sucked all sound away, a pair of voices laughing hysterically echoed off the armored hull. The energy wave from the vacuum Eagle built in the chaotic quanta field of the L1 portal terminus as a counterwave attempted to maintain stability from within. In the chaos of the field, however, destabilizing a portal was far simpler than maintaining it. The quanta field blew apart suddenly,